see it. Where's that up here? I can't tell. Ready to stream, it says. Hold on. Just wait just a second.
Okay, sorry, longer. I can't hold this longer. I can't hold this longer.
Stop. Hey, Westridge, how we doing? I think we're live. This is the first time I've done this, so hopefully we're working. But just wanted to say hello, and hopefully you got a sandwich and you're ready for our lunchtime devotional. And I've got the kids here. I figured we'd have some fun and let them be part of it. But let me explain to you about the noon devotional and what we're going to do each week. So we're going to be looking at actually Psalms for the devotional. So a staff member each day will share. I'm going to start today, and each staff member each day, you'll have a different staff member. So I'll leave that to a surprise. So you log in at noon to see who's on each day. But we're going to be looking at Psalms starting in chapter 90 or all the way through chapter 106. So we're just going to allow the staff, whatever God's put on their heart or whatever Psalm's speaking to them, to use that as a devotional and just really encourage you. But what we're hoping is, it's noontime, your kids are at home, it's been a different season, but hopefully this will be an uplifting moment. And while you're eating or while you're sitting there with your kids, we could have a devotional together and just encourage one another. As the Bible says, that iron sharpens iron. So we'll just sharpen one another. So today I've got Rachel and Abby and Sarah here, and I had them read out of Psalms 91 today, and we wanted to share just a little bit of what God was speaking to us about Psalm 91. Before I let them share, let me just read a portion of Psalm 91 to you real quick. And this is out of the New Living Translation. It says this: "Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. This I will declare to the Lord. He alone is my refuge, my place of safety. He's my God, and I trust him. For he will rescue you from every trap and protect you from every deadly disease." Isn't that an important thing right now? It goes on to say, he'll cover you with feathers, he'll shelter you with his wings. His faithful promise are your armor and your protection. One of the things I love about this verse, let me let the kids share before I share. How's that? We'll start with Sarah. How's that? Sarah, what did you think about this verse?
I thought that he would protect us in bad times and good times, and times that were sad and scary times. He'll be with you to protect you.
He'll always protect you, right? Mm-hmm. And what at the end? You said something about
he won't let Satan get you, and if you love him and you go to church, he will give you longer life.
He'll give you long life, right? It says that in verse 16. I'll reward them with long life, right? So those that love him. What about you, Rachel Joy? What stood out to you in these verses?
Really that he will he'll protect you no matter what happens.
No matter what happens.
As long as you love him and you follow him.
And you follow him. So the focus is following him and loving him, right? And he does all of these things for us. And we don't want to hear from Abby, so we'll just move on.
Hey!
Oh, you do want to say something? Okay, what do you want to say, Abby?
He'll always protect us no matter where we're at.
Okay. He'll always protect us. From what? What do you think he's going to protect us from?
From bad things that happen in the world.
Okay, bad things that happen. And then how about this coronavirus? Is he going to protect us from that? Mm-hmm. Yes. So, I love this in the Psalms, and I love what all the girls said. There's so many great promises here, but the focus, it begins, and then in verse 9, it goes back to, it says, if you make, that we have a choice. We talked about that in our Galatians series as we closed out, that we all make choices, but we have to make a choice, especially as we're home right now as families and with our kids. We've got to make choice to make God our refuge, to make him our place of safety, that we trust him. And I know that there's a lot of unsure things that are being said, whether it's in the news or around the world, but we trust that God's going to protect us. And one of the things he did say, and I love that he put this in the Bible for us, And Psalms are really songs. So think about this. This is probably David singing a song, and it says, "He will rescue us from every trap and will protect us from every deadly disease." Notice it says every deadly disease. So even though David sang this years ago, he knew that it doesn't matter what disease or what thing or uh, what's happening in your life, that God's going to be there to protect you. He's your refuge. He's your strength, and you can trust Him. But remember, we got to make the choice to choose Him, to look to Him. That's why I love our vision statement. Let's love God first. Let's give God our hearts and our minds and our strength. Let's love God, and then we can love people. But we know we can rest in assurance that God is protecting us. So that's our devotional for today. Again, Psalm 91. I encourage you, if you haven't had some time at home, or maybe you need to just sit down and get over. It's only 16 verses. It'll literally just take you a few minutes to read. But there's so much in there that God's speaking to us. Hey, we love you guys. Enjoy your lunch. Enjoy your time as a family. We'll talk to you tomorrow at noon, same time, same channel. We'll see you there. God bless you guys. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.